Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing really well. As always, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be checking out the new Slipknot song from the upcoming album that's coming out in September. The song is called The Dying Song, Time to Sing. I haven't reacted to any new Slipknot music on this channel because, well, we've only really had one song since I've been doing this channel, which was Chapeltown Rag, that came out last year sometime. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I'm a huge Slipknot fan, same as you guys probably watching this are. I got to see them back in 2019, just before COVID hit, literally just a couple of months before in Manchester. That was a really cool concert experience. So I'm really excited to be checking out some brand new Slipknot music with you guys. So yeah, let's get right into it. So before we dive into the track itself, I just want to talk about the lead up to this song. So they've released an album date, which is September the 30th. The band started putting stuff out on the socials. As a matter of fact, they've been doing like little video snippets of like parts from each of the music videos from each album for the last couple of days or so, which I don't know. If you've been reading like in the tabloids and stuff, they've all hinted that new music is going to be coming soon. So when they started like putting little bits and pieces out from the previous albums each day, it's kind of like, okay, something's happening. And then yesterday they released like this little video kind of thing and the link over to the website, and you go on the website and it just gave us a bunch of times, and the song dropped last night, I think it was. So I pretty much just woke up and the song's here, and I thought, well, what better way to start the day than bash my brains in with some rowdy Slipknot, hopefully. So, yeah. So what's come with the new song is the album artwork. I've got it up here for you, actually. Wow, color. Complete polar opposite to We Are Not Your Kind. Everything was very dark and blue and purpley, and blacks, of course. This seems to be like a complete opposite direction for them in terms of just sort of... I don't know. It's leaning back more towards like volume 3, I guess, a little bit more colorful as far as the album artwork goes. As far as what's going on there, your guess is as good as mine. It's open to interpretation. Obviously, we can sort of see like the outline of a face a little bit, but the more you start staring at it, there's other bits and bobs. This thing kind of up here kind of reminds me of a horse. I don't know. And usually with this sort of thing, I start like turning my head, like looking at it each which way round, because like sometimes there's stuff buried in there. So I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are on what's actually going on here. But it's very vibrant, it's very colorful, and the album title as well. We've got that obviously because it's on the cover art. The end so far. Now I think a lot of people went up in a lot of panic when they first saw that. Because, well, the end, people are thinking, oh, well, they're not going to be doing it forever. But I guess what this is referring to, perhaps, is it's the end of their cycle on being a record label. It's the last record, okay, as part of their deal. And I think Clown mentioned it a little while ago. I think he said that the band wanted to start releasing stuff independently. You know, a little bit like Metallica owns all their own records and stuff through Blackened Records. I think that's what Slipknot want to do, and have that freedom to just be able to put out whatever the hell they want, when they want. And you know what? They completely deserve it. They've reached that status now, and they've probably got more than adequate management in order to pull that off. So, yeah, I think this is kind of like the end of an era for them, being signed to a record label, the end. But it's like so far, so it's not ending here. There's more to come. So there's that. The other thing I will touch on as well is we've got the track listing. So let's have a quick nose. First track, Adderall. Second song, The Dying Song, Time to Sing. That's what we're checking out today. Third song, Chapeltown Rag. I don't know what you guys thought of that song. That one was, I don't know. It was a little different. I tell you what I did like about it. I liked the very last part where it was like a sort of a breakdown. There was a very sort of quirky riff going on. I thought that was really cool. And the drums were absolutely nuts on that song as well. I don't know, the chorus and stuff, it kind of it missed the mark for me a little bit, but there we go. That's the Chapeltown Rag. The next one we've got is Yan, then Hive Mind, very Slipknotty titles. You know, they go for very sort of odd titles with their songs. Warranty, Medicine for the Dead, Acidic, Heirloom, H377 or H377, Desad. Okay, I did a quick nose into that, and apparently it's not pronounced that way. But what came up on the translate was Swedish, and it translates to They Said. So that could be one interpretation of it. Or I got this guy, Marquis Desad, who was a French nobleman and philosopher and writer. So go figure on that one. I guess we'll have to get the lyrics on that one to find out where he's coming from. But those are the two things I got for that. And then lastly, Finale. And that's really fitting. It's the last album on their record deal. It's like the last track they'll do in that whole sort of era. So it kind of makes sense. I'm speculating here. This is just my interpretation, do you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what I think anyway. But yeah, there's the track list. We've got 12 songs to dig into. I hope they don't just start pumping out singles, because I hate it when bands release like 5 songs off the album and then you've got like 6 songs or whatever that you haven't heard. It really sucks because it's, I don't know, it's just that excitement of hearing the songs for the first time as a collective body of work. It's kind of out the window. You just kind of like skipping around the tracks that you've already heard. And by that point, it kind of dilutes it a little bit. I wish bands would just release like 1 or 2 singles and then just leave the rest for the record. You know, the album's out in September. We've not got long to wait. Just keep some of the surprise. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. So there's the track list. There's the album artwork. There's the album title. And I guess the only thing to do now is delve into the track itself. So let's go for it. Okay, so in terms of expectations, what am I hoping for? I guess some of the quirkiness from Volume 3. You know, some of the songs were quite quirky, odd, very sort of scratchy sounding guitar tones, very sort of odd riffs. If you think about like the Nameless, yeah, very sort of like quirky, that sort of thing. You guys know what I'm on about. Obviously, we all want that Iowa brutality, but whether a band could capture that ever again, you know, Corey said they've tried to many a times, or maybe not consciously tried to, but he said, oh, it's got the same sort of rowdiness as Iowa, but I don't think you could recapture that pure aggression, you know what I mean? Yeah, some of that heaviness would be absolutely wonderful, without a doubt, because that is pretty much one of my favorite heavy metal records ever. But yeah, I'm hoping for more of like the strange sort of stuff, rather than these really polished, refined, you know, verse chorus sort of songs. You know, take like a Psychosocial or a Duality or a Before I Forget, that sort of thing. I'm looking for something a bit more progressive, I guess, and a little bit more intricate and odd, basically, which is what I really enjoy from this band. I guess that is pretty much unreasonable of me to say that with this track, because this is like the leading single. So I refer to Volume 3. Volume 3 had all these odd songs on there, Opium the People, The Nameless, all that sort of stuff, Circle. But then that came with the 2 heavy hitters, didn't it? That came with Duality and Before I Forget, which were very sort of breaking into the mainstream. Very digestible. You can put that on anywhere and people will start singing, right? So I guess, yeah, as you know, arcane and esoteric as it got on Volume 3, it did come with some like absolute huge sort of banger singles, if you like. So I guess it's sort of like the lead single from this album. I can't really be expecting anything too strange and out there, but we will see. Also, I hope they go for a little bit more of a different production rather than that really shiny, polished, refined sound they got on All Hope Is Gone and on the last album as well. Those albums, don't get me wrong, they sounded absolutely huge and crushing and everything, but to me it was just a little bit overproduced, and I don't know, I like my Slipknot a little bit more gnarly and a little less refined, so yeah. Okay, so enough waffling from me, let's get into it. Here we go. Kind of a bit like Unsainted with the choir.
Put your hands into the water, let your mouth go sick and dry. Put your life into your death now, let them sing till you die. Die, die, die.
There we go. Oh man, it does sound like Volume 3. The guitar tones are so like Volume 3. And new masks from Sid as well. There's those spooky Jim Root lines that we love. So it looks like a lot of the guys have stuck with the same masks they've been wearing for a little while now. But Sid generally tends to change it up with each cycle. Jim always looks great with the long hair and his mask and the beard. The band are looking good. They're playing tight as well. Guitar solo already. Man, this is a trip. There you go, I'm banging my head. It's gotta be good, right? What is going on, man? What? What a strange song. Wow, man. Wow, man. Maybe not the most interesting reaction for you guys to have watched, as I was kind of just sort of stuck staring at it. Okay. Where do we go from here? Okay. Overall sound. That sounds like Volume 3. You know those really scratchy guitar tones, and Shed's on like mids, you know, rather than like this big scooped sort of guitar tone. I don't know, the guitars were like really in your face, the riffs were really cool. It's always difficult to give a first impression, especially when you're filming yourself and you're doing this for content for your channel and stuff, because you're conscious of trying to make it entertaining, I guess, as well. So the first thing that I'm really over the moon about is the fact that it's not like this concise verse, chorus, sort of verse, chorus, you know, bridge section, outro. Typical single structure song, yeah? As a lead single from the album, usually you release something that's quite digestible. Dare I say radio friendly as well. This wasn't. This was all over the place. There was like a guitar solo like 2 minutes into the song. It was, I don't know, it was just a really weird song. I can't really liken this to anything they've done. It's really, really strange. Do I like it? Yes, of course I like it. It's Slipknot. I like anything that Slipknot do. Even the stuff that, you know, for instance, The Grey Chapter, not really my favorite album, but there's moments on there that I really do enjoy. Even toward the back end of that album, where a lot of those songs tend to get forgotten about, especially the bonus tracks that were put on there as well. But yeah, this song, again, I'm sort of lost for words, and I guess that's kind of what they want. They don't want you to go, oh, well, that's exactly what I was expecting. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember Unsainted? Do you remember when that came out? How sort of like big it was and sort of, I don't want to say predictable, but it was kind of like the next step. You could see that was the next step from The Grey Chapter. It's just all over the place. I don't want to give like a final sort of conclusion on it before listening to it a couple more times, because I do believe this one is going to be a grower. Again, the Chapel Town Rag, there was just something odd about that song, and this song just has that same sort of oddness with it. But it's technically proficient. It's all there, man. It's got all the screams. It's got the fast vocals. It's got all like the chuggy guitars. Jay's drumming is absolutely immense. I will stand by that guy until the day I die. He is the best drummer for that band. Joey aside, of course, but like he is absolutely incredible, and you can tell he throws like 1,000% of himself into it. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to keep listening to this one. Because it's just so much to take in. I am really happy, though, that the production isn't that really refined, shiny, polished production, though. It's got some of that scratchiness that I talked about from Volume 3 going on with the guitar tones, which, you know, that album, there's nothing that quite sounds like that album. And it's one of those where it sounded so unique, those guitars, and the production on that one. It sounded that unique. You'd ask yourself the question, as interesting and different as it was, do I want to repeat that, or do we want to repeat that? Do you know what I'm saying, in that sort of a situation? Or, you know, me being in a band personally, as much as I love the sound of that album, would I want to put a record out that sounded like that? Probably not. It's really odd. But these guys have seemed to have gone back to a little bit of that sound. I'm talking about overall production here. And you know what? I've missed it. I have, because you've had All Hope Is Gone, Great Chapter, We Are Not Your Kind, very shiny, polished, refined albums. This sounds a little bit more gnarly, and I keep using the word scratchy. But yeah, it's less polished, which is really cool. So there you go, guys. That one's just left me a bit speechless. I hope this has been entertaining and fun for you guys to watch. Do I like it? Yes, of course I do. I just want to listen to it a fair few more times before I can give an absolute verdict on it. I think we should listen to things a couple of times and take it in and digest it, and then, you know, sit with it a little while before you make your mind up on it. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. Do you like this song? Do you like this new direction? This song and the Chapel Town Rag definitely sit together, because to me, they've both got this funny thing where the choruses, they're not really chant-along, sing-along choruses. They're choruses for sure, and they've got Corey's clean singing going on and everything like that, but they're not like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because they're fresh and new, and it's going to take a while for me to get into, but they're not like straight away, oh, I can sing along to that, and I can start, like I can imagine myself chanting that at a live show or whatever. But yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think. Do you like this song? Do you like Chapel Town Rag? Are you excited for the album? What are your overall thoughts on what's coming next? What are you hoping for the rest of the album to be like? Let me know down in the comments below. Last couple of things I'll plug before I get out of here and leave you guys is my Patreon page. If you want to get more involved with the channel, submit requests and stuff like that, and get these videos before they drop, head on over there, see what's on offer, and you can sign up and support the channel that way. Also, if you haven't already, check out my band, A Lost Cause. There's a link down below. Our debut single has been out for a little while now, White Lies. And also, we've got some new good stuff coming on its way very soon as well. So keep an eye out for that. So there you go, guys. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.